Hello, everybody. Welcome to the dungeon. It's Saturday night here in Israel, Saturday afternoon, I believe, in the United States, evening in the UK. Wherever you are in the world, you are welcome here. Today, we have a special program. I'm joined by my friend and community member, Messaging Matters, and we can call him Matt. And we're gonna talk about movies for the next hour or so. So, without further ado, Matt, what was the last movie you've watched?
Well, first I wanted to say hi to my Israeli friend Dis, and you hear me okay? The audio okay?
Yeah, Matt, your audio is atrocious. It's we really can't hear you fine. Okay, Matt is arranging the situation, hopefully, because it sounds like a robot. Sounds like a robot. Let's see. No, Jay Gray, that's not what you sounded like yesterday. That's what Boston Collector and Archie sounded a few streams back. I guess it's some issue with the microphone. Basil's Bezels asks, when does Arnold come out with his rocket launcher? The answer is now. There he is. If anyone can recognize from where this photo is from which movie it is from, you get 5 points. Sorry, I'm bouncing me up to my Mac to build in. Commando. 5 points to Floodland. Yes, this movie is indeed Commando. 1985, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and that guy, Jesse Ventura, I believe. With a amazing soundtrack from James Horner, the late James Horner. One of my favorite movies of all times. I think it's the quintessential 80s action movie that I really like. And we're still waiting for Matt to come back on. Hopefully we'll get him on soon. Watch Cholo says, License to Drive is my favorite movie. License to Drive is my favorite movie. Let me check if I've watched it. Nope, I didn't watch it. I see that it's an 1980s teen comedy. That sounds good. With Corey Haim, Heather Graham, Corey Feldman, Carol Kane. Yeah, maybe I should watch it. Yeah, Dodger, he's in the background. He's just trying to fix his microphone. Hopefully, it will be fixed in the following minutes. The Beastmaster. So we have some technical difficulties. Maybe leave and rejoin. I'm sorry, guys. Didn't expect these technical problems. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. That's Dodger's favorite movie. Let's see what this movie is about because I don't know it. 1971 American live-action animated musical fantasy film. Wow, that sounds interesting, actually. Mike Hammer, this is Braveheart in your top 20 all-time movies. I'll tell you the truth. I only watched it once when it was released, and I was around 10 or 11 back at that day. So it didn't leave such a lasting impression on me. I guess I need to do a rewatch as an adult and have a better answer for you. But I didn't. I mean, I remember I was impressed by the battle scenes and you know by Mel Gibson's performance, but nothing really. There's nothing really memorable for me in that movie. We have Hello, Mr. P. 5 Easy Pieces. You guys are tackling me with movies that I did not watch. 5 Easy Pieces is a 1970 film starring Jack Nicholson. Okay, that's interesting. I'm getting some good recommendations here. Vanishing Point, I'm pretty sure I watched. Vanishing Point. Vanishing Point is indeed a film that I did watch. I think it's a very iconic. Okay, wait, we have Messaging Matters. Hey, can you hear us?
I can hear you. What about you?
You're great. You're great now.
Finally. Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries. Good to have you. Just chatting with the Panthers about their favorite films.
What have we heard so far? I've got the chat pulled up. Good ones. 5 Easy Pieces. No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, No Country for Old Men. How do you rate it? How high do you rank it? Tell you the truth,
I
I'm
like it.
not. I mean, it's a great film. I'm just not good at all those ranking things, but it's definitely. I mean, it's the Coen Brothers. You cannot not like it. It's very. Um, we have Dodgers as Predator. Of course, Predator is a lovely film. One of my favorites. The Sting with Robert Redford, 1973. It's also a classic film. Full Metal Jacket, Kubrick's finest. Alien, very, very scary film. Yeah, so what about we didn't get to the creme de la creme yet. That's
That remains to be seen.
yeah. Um, so Matt, what's your favorite film? If you can even answer that question.
I'm like you. It's like asking you to rank your watches, right? Would you do that? I have a few favorites. I'll throw one out there. Once Upon a Time in the West.
Okay. By the way, your microphone is wrinkling, is static again. Uh, yeah, we have some problems again with the microphone. Um, uh, hey, Pasta. Hey, good to see you. Uh, let's see what you're saying in the chat. I think my favorite Vietnam War is We Were Soldiers. Yeah, that's, if I'm not mistaken, the film with Mel Gibson about that combat uh, in 1965. We got Papillion, 1973, with Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman. Loved that as a film since a child. I know it's sorry, I'm trying to. Yeah. Saving Private Ryan. Yeah, Saving Private Ryan is a film I've watched when I was 12 years old, and I was shocked because of how violent and gruesome it was. But very, I mean, uh, very good film, like a war epic. Spielberg, Tom Hanks. Um, we have Taxi Driver, one of my favorite films. Amazing soundtrack by Elmer Bernstein. His last. Debbie Does Dallas. I didn't watch that. Boys of Company C. Cannot say that I watched it. One Night in Paris. I only watched Midnight in Paris. Bullet has that epic chase scene with the cars. Very good stuff. Uh, Mike Hammer, Rain Man. Yeah, Rain Man is a very good stuff. Black Bottoms 5. Yeah. Shaving Ryan's Privates, Empire of the Sun. Yeah, that's a good film. Young Christian Bale in 1987, I believe. Latina Stepmoms Volume 3. Once Upon a Time in America. Oh, here's a movie that I watched recently again. What a classic! What amazing! Wow. I mean, what can I say? Uh, Das Boot. Das Boot is a good film. Very dramatic with the submarine and everything. Aladdin, 1992. I Have No Shame. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's a nice film. It's a nice film for children. The Deer Hunter, very, very deep. How do I say this? Very heavy movie to watch. Any David Lynch fans in the house? Well, I do like. I like Lost Highway and of course Twin Peaks, but I haven't watched his other stuff. Running, yeah, 1994 with Natalie Portman and Luc Besson, I think. Classic. Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. Well, yeah, you can not mention that one. It's a family favorite. Blue Velvet. Yeah, that's also a movie with Dennis Hooper by David Lynch. Good stuff. Heat with De Niro. Yeah, and Pacino, and I think Val Kilmer, and directed by Michael Mann, 1995. Great movie. Guys, if anybody wants to join, please, I'm dropping the link. Wait, you can, let's try.
I've got the built-in mic now. How bad is that?
Now it's good.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, this is built in. It's not what I usually use, but we'll try it.
It's working fine, man. Don't change anything.
Okay.
So I'm just going over the name dropping on the chat. Mrs. Dodger says Pulp Fiction. Dodger says Pulp Fiction as well. Well, yeah, that Pulp Fiction. What do you think of Pulp Fiction?
Amazing. Dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Arnold the Pig. Come on. People still quote that, right?
Yeah.
Someone in the chat wrote Once Upon a Time in America, and it's kind of the companion to one of my favorites, Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yeah,
Both by Sergio Leone.
Yeah, I was just referring to one. One of my favorites is Once Upon a Time in America.
Yep.
So I think it's a beautiful film. I didn't watch Once Upon a Time in the West, I must admit. It's a Western, right?
Well, it's a Western, but it's a kind of an homage. We know that word in the watch community to a lot of famous Westerns. And they went to some of the locations like Monument Valley, and they tried to copy some of the shots from some very famous old Westerns like The Searchers. It's really something. And the music plays a huge part. You probably have heard The Man with the Harmonica. That's the theme for Charles Bronson. And there's been remixes of that. And there's one that was at the end of a Sopranos episode. So highly recommended. I mean, that's Ennio Morricone.
Yeah, of course, Ennio Morricone. This, have you seen Almost Famous? Yes, I have. Uh, Very nice film. Growing up, love story. It's a nice watch. You probably watched it as well, Matt.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's
Great
a good
one.
film about America in the 70s. Uh,
Now,
what do
Dis,
you
I have to say, though, my favorite movie scene of all time is a guy named Dis at the end of Scarface with a whole bunch of talcum powder.
have?
Now, that I know that maybe from what you call your manic phase, but it's still, it lives on. Very entertaining.
Yeah, maybe I can make it. Maybe I can show it to the audience.
I
Maybe
hope
I can
so.
show. I can actually. I don't mind. I don't mind showing it again. It's funny right now. Well, Scarface, I guess, is my favorite uh, movie.
Aha.
Not that original, but you know, uh, I mean, it's just such a classic.
Oh, yeah. These are classics for a reason. I mean, Godfather 1 is always in my top list, top three, maybe.
Hmm.
Not original either, but of course, it's that good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Wait, let's see. Okay, guys. Thank you, Basil Basil, for setting the mood. We are now going to see myself in another mental situation. Wait a second.
In another dimension.
Wait, actually, there's a gun. There's a gun. I'm not sure if I can show it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, there's a gun. Let's
But
see.
it must be a fake gun, right?
Yeah, of course it's
A
fake.
water gun or something.
Yeah, let's see the final moments. With me, you're fucking with the best. Yeah. Take your fucking bullets. Yeah. Take your fucking bullets. Yeah, that's my little homage to Scarface. um. So yeah.
The acting, first rate.
Thank you.
And I think we should also say, I don't think you've ever actually had a problem with that white powder, that talcum powder. It's just a movie
Yeah.
prop.
Yeah. I didn't use it. I didn't use it.
I know.
Um.
Well, that's one. I mean, that's one of the best and one of the most quoted, right? The one that people
I
always
think so.
quote.
Oscar Wilde this. Thank you. Yeah. What can I tell you? I'll be completely honest with you. I wanted to talk movies with you. Uh, I'm not really sure how to run this show. Uh, this. I mean, what? Let's just. I mean, who's your favorite director if you had to choose?
I guess I have to say Marty.
Marty. Yeah.
It's got to be Marty, and he's still doing it.
So you like gangster films?
I like gangster films. Goodfellas. I mean, come on. And I should say, I don't want to say too much, but I have a background where I knew some of these people growing up. I grew up in that area. I knew some of these people, friends, neighbors. So it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but there's also a lot of truth in there too.
Well, thankfully, you didn't become one of those people.
No, I guess I was never invited to take the initiation.
Well, are you Italian?
No, and I think that's probably part of the problem.
Yeah, but you could be half Irish, like what's his name?
Oh, Henry Hill.
Henry Hill. Yeah, Henry Hill. So he wasn't a made man in the end. He wasn't a madman.
No, it's a Sicilian thing.
Yeah.
Also, I should say I'm going through Sopranos again, the whole series, for about the third time, I think, on YouTube.
Ooh.
And the fun thing is to see all the foreshadowing of what happens at the end. There's so many little Easter eggs put in along the way that you don't even notice when you're watching it.
Yeah, the one most apparent to me is the boat scene with Tony and what's his name?
Yeah, Bobby Bacala.
Bobby Bacala. Yeah, Bobby Bacala.
You probably won't even hear it when it happens, right?
Yeah,
I know we're getting into TV now. But
what?
I know we're drifting into TV there.
Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Mike Hammer says, "Sorry, Mike Hammer says he's rewatching Mad Men." Yeah, let's talk about TV too. Why not? That's one of the
sure. Mad Men. I've watched Mad Men. At first, I was really bored by the first episode, but a few years later, I tried again, and I was hooked. It's a really good show.
I'll give you another little piece of biography here. My dad was one of those guys. He was a madman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I remember, I was very young, but I remember he had a bar built into his office, and he drank martinis his entire life. And I tried to get him to watch the show, and he watched a little bit of it, and he said, "Oh, there's too much fooling around, and they don't talk about advertising enough." And I said, "Well, this is TV. If they just talked about advertising, it might not be as interesting."
Yeah. Paul Lysimedis says Boardwalk Empire was great. That's indeed. I agree with that. Did you watch it?
I haven't really watched it, but I know there's a couple of people like Steve Buscemi who are in Sopranos and other places.
You should really watch it. It's really, really good.
I'm making a list right now.
Yeah. We have Midnight Cowboy, another classic. Yeah, Midnight Cowboy is the I'm walking here, right?
That's
the
an
one.
ad lib, by the way. Very famous.
Yeah, he didn't write it. It's like improvisation.
The taxi driver apparently was not supposed to drive right into Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I wanted to ask you, did you watch The King of Comedy?
Yeah, that is another amazing Marty piece there, and De Niro being creepy. The movie being funny but so creepy and scary. It's like After Hours, right? That's not quite as well known, but if you've ever seen After Hours.
Yeah, the one where he's in New York in the 80s.
And same kind of thing. I mean, it's like a black comedy, but there's so many sort of creepy, scary parts to it.
Yeah, really good one. Top acting by by De Niro. Many people link this movie to the Joker, to the new Joker, with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
very
Dis,
good.
you really like a lot of 80s culture, even though you were extremely young, as in like just born, right? Or maybe
Yeah.
not even born. I don't even know.
I was born in '86, so I was.
Okay, but so still you like things from a decade that you probably don't remember the first time around.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember almost anything from the '80s. I do remember one thing. I remember there was a tape in my aunt's house which was playing it was playing a song uh, which I will play for a few seconds, and you will know what I'm talking about. Right? Do you recognize this?
I'm having trouble hearing it.
Wait, wait. I don't want to fuck with the. Wait, let me see. In 1965, in Vietnam, he was 19. In Vietnam, he was 19. You know it?
I remember it, but I can't name it.
Yeah, this is a song by a British artist named Paul Hardcastle, named 19.
Okay.
And it's a very funky, danceable song about the horrors of Vietnam War. Uh,
Oh, we should
so
also mention your. I know you talk a lot about your Seiko Arnie and
yeah,
the
there it
connection
is.
to Commando and Predator, but of course, I know that would be a very special watch to you anyway. It was your dad's watch that he actually fought in a war with.
Yeah, this watch fought in Lebanon in the '80s, and then it was fought in Gaza. In Gaza, not to get political now, but it has
No, but
seen.
it's mixing watches and movies there. That's
Yeah,
one of the most famous movie watches of all time.
yeah, it is. He wore it on Predator. He wore it in many more. In Red Sonja, I think. Uh,
Commando.
Commando, yeah, Commando, and more. I don't remember which more, but it did. I don't remember which more there were. Uh,
I see Pasta in the chat saying that his family upbringing had a lot of parallels with the movie The Deer Hunter. Interesting,
let's see.
with family members that went to Vietnam, etc.
Yeah, that's tragic.
And
Yeah,
then he mentions Born in the USA. Yeah, we don't need to go political, but yes, some people have misused that song and didn't really take the meaning from it.
yeah, it's a song about. He sings there. My brother went to Kansan. He's still there. They're gone. Something like that. Like it's a song. It's not a song. It's not such a patriotic song.
One of
I
my
mean,
favorites from the 80s is This Is Spinal Tap. What do you think of that one, Dis? You familiar
oh,
with
of course, man.
it? You're a lover of music, and that's all about music.
Yeah, and I must fuck if this gets copyrighted, but I must put a snippet of this
I'm getting you
song.
in trouble today.
Do you know this?
Of course. Everybody playing the bass. That's the double meaning of Big Bottom.
Big torpedo, big bottom, big bottom. Talk about bomb cakes, my girl's got 'em. Big bottom, got me out of my mind. I leave this behind.
You may want to cut that clip short, but yeah, some of the best lyrics.
Yeah. I hope
That's
Archie won't.
supposedly. Go ahead.
What?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I hope Archie won't kill me if we get copyrights for this shit.
Blame it on me. I'm
Although-
the one. I'm getting you in trouble here.
No, it's usually it's just a copyright that won't monetize the video itself, but these videos don't make money. What makes money is the super chats, so it's not such a big deal.
Did you like the what they call the new wave of British heavy metal? The 80s?
Yeah.
Because that's really what Spinal Tap is making. I think making fun of those kind of bands.
Yeah,
Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, those guys.
Yeah. Of course, I love them. I love my personal favorite is Motorhead. They're not exactly in that genre, but I really love them, and I love Saxon. If you know Saxon.
Yeah, a little bit.
But then we're drifting to music.
Yeah.
Go back to
all the things that you like. So, hey, yeah, can't people in the chat write all the lyrics and not get us in trouble? What do you think? Is that allowed?
Yeah, sure, that's allowed.
Somebody did a little bit. Chill Badger has one of the famous lines from Spinal Tap.
Yeah, where it is. Talk about mud flaps, my girl's got 'em. Big bottoms, Dick Diggler says he loves Lawrence of Arabia. I never had the. Well, how can I say this? I never had the energy to watch it because it's so fucking long and I don't know. Is it a good film? Did you watch it?
You have to have a long attention span for that one. The one scene of Omar Sharif, I think, coming out of the desert from the horizon, and that one scene alone, that shot takes like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How about another 80s? I think Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Is that 80s or late 70s?
No, I think that's 75 or 6.
Oh, really?
75.
Okay.
Yes. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Let's see if we can get a. Wait, I just want to get one part from it.
If he will give us an elastic, you sure he's got one? Oh, yes. Well, what are you then? I'm French. By sauce. You don't fraternize English pig dogs. Go ahead.
Okay, never mind. I just wanted the. I fought in your general direction. That was
You're right. It's from 75. Okay.
Yeah. What an amazing film. What an amazing film.
Yes, that's how I learned French, from that guy on the castle.
Oh, really?
Not really.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Let's just share that for a second. Let's just share that.
It took me a while to figure out when he said.
In the direction. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries. Is there someone else?
Your father was a hamster and your mother.
Classic insult.
Yeah. It was good. Did you start asking something, Matt?
It doesn't matter. Move on. It's okay.
Okay, so
Here's another good one I'll throw out. I don't think anyone mentioned. The Usual Suspects. It's one of my favorites, and I've watched it many, many times. I never get tired of it. And the script is so complicated. It takes a while to even figure out.
wait, that's the one with Kevin Spacey?
Yep. Kaiser
Yeah.
Soze.
Kaiser Soze, yeah.
He won the Academy Award for that, Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, that was a good one. Good film.
Oh, and it won Best Screenplay too. And I think it.
Oh, really? Really?
That was back when Kevin Spacey, I guess, was a little more well liked than he is now.
Yeah, before all that stuff.
He's had some personal issues.
Floodland says Nixon was long but excellent. Olivia Stone. I didn't watch it. I want to watch it. Did you watch it?
I watched it. Not one of my favorites. If I want Oliver Stone, I'll watch Scarface, which he wrote.
Yeah, he did. I
can't say the word cockroach without saying it as Tony Montana now.
Yeah. Fuck Gaspar Gomez and fuck the Diaz brothers. I bury those cockroaches.
Exactly. And how many people say now, if someone says, oh, first we need to get the money, if someone just says that in conversation, you know what's going to happen to the rest of that conversation, right?
Yeah. You got the super chats. GD. 20 Argentinian pesos. Rumble in the dungeon with this the legend. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, just by the way, congrats on your scoop yesterday, your worldwide exclusive interview on your channel with Green Room.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Green Room. Yeah. I tried to get him on again today, but I think he's a little bit, I don't know, not interested. But I want to show you the last known picture of Green Room seconds before the incident. This is quite entertaining. This is Tim Bondage and Green Room entering the elevator. And this is where the stream ended. And yeah, this is the face of a person who is going to raise some hell.
Whoa. He looks kind of devilish right there, I will say.
Yeah. This one is from better times. Yeah. Anyway,
oh no.
No offense, Green Room. It's all with love.
Floodland in the chat says, Floodland 9999 says Green Room turned into Andy Kaufman. Yeah, I've said that too. He has become a performance artist along the lines of Andy Kaufman, and it's pretty cool. There's a kind of a genius to that.
Yeah, that's true. He was no, he's kind of, I don't know if to say genius, but he's very talented. You know, that's why I don't think Archie can afford to boot him. You know,
I mean, it's sort of like Archie's character. I mean, Archie technically is a character, and the fun part is, I guess, trying to figure out the line between what is real and what is really the character.
Yeah, that's really it.
Method actors, right?
Yeah. What else do we have here in the chat?
If I scroll up, and Walt Mitty said something. He says Hollywood
is pedos, let's be honest.
I mean, that may be true, although I think the Catholic Church probably has them beat by a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
A couple of high-profile ones, of course, but who knows?
Pasta says the Warriors. Have you watched the Warriors?
Yes, I won't repeat the line, but the famous line from there, "Come out to play," the way he says it.
Repeat it. What? There's no problem to swear here.
I think that's an ad lib too, where the guy from the other gang says, "Warriors, come out to play." That
Hmm.
became kind of famous.
Okay. I watched the movie once. Good movie. I love the soundtrack. Really, really interesting movie. Yeah, good stuff.
You know, I lived in not far from L.A. for 10 years. I will say I didn't get anybody from Hollywood bothering me too much. I know some of those people who work there. I didn't work there in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a strange business. I don't
Yeah,
know if
it
there's
is.
anybody here who I know. I know Hoff on Archie's channel is in the music business. I don't know if anybody is in the film or TV business or not.
Yeah, I don't know anyone personally. Um, let's see what we have here.
Someone described it once as high school with money.
High school with money.
Yeah, that's what someone described. Martin Mull, if you know who he is, he described Hollywood that way.
Oh, that's an interesting way to put it.
Now, Dis, when you were growing up, or even now, do you folks get the movies right away, or is there a little time lag when a film is released from, let's say, USA or even another country, France or something?
In the 90s there was a gap, but now the movies are released concurrent with the releases worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you asked me what's the last movie I saw. The last movie I saw in a theater was James Bond, No Time to Die.
Okay,
And
did you like it?
I actually was not crazy about it. No. In fact, I kind of forgot a lot of it. I mean, the movie making, of course, was amazing. The stunts, the driving, all that. And the watch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like the watch.
I had the watch, you know?
You had the watch.
I had it.
Well, you still have what? You have a pre-Bond Seamaster or what?
Yeah, you're up to date.
Yeah, of course. I try. I watch.
Yeah, I had the watch. I sold it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful watch. I kind of regret selling it, to be honest. Let me show you the watch. Very, very comfortable, very accurate, and just unique in its own way. But the thing that I didn't like was the connection to James Bond.
I'm not sure what you mean there. You
I
think
mean,
you mean what happened to James Bond, or are you talking about the watch?
No, I mean the it's a little, there's something childish about, yeah, this is the James Bond watch, I mean, it's like this one isn't so blunt, but you had those Seamasters where there's the 007 on the balance on the second hand and stuff like that, which is very off to me.
Yes, we know that is not appropriate for the community to have an 007 on the front of your watch, right? I think you could have one on the case back. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. That's okay. But
Uh,
it's a really
no gun
beautiful.
barrel. We don't want a gun barrel on the dial, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah. We
kind of
don't want a gun
ridiculous.
barrel. That's really stupid. I mean, you're not 12 anymore. I mean,
I mean, that's one thing I like about this one, that it doesn't have that. There was a little bit of controversy, I guess, on the military symbol. I don't know if it's technically the Ministry of Defense or what. The up arrow there above the six. Um, that people say, well, of course, the real James Bond wouldn't have that because he doesn't want to tip anybody off that he works for defending the realm. I think it's
yeah,
okay. I think it's not a deal breaker, but you know what I mean, right?
yeah, yeah. Of course.
Uh,
Do you know Alessandro Sosa?
of course. Yep.
Wait, I'm trying
I
to
mean, not
show.
personally, but
What? Not
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 personally.
personally. Yeah. So
Yeah,
here's my.
the little thing that he gives to Tony.
Yeah. Let me show you two impressions I did. Uh, wait.
Fuck Gaspar Gomez and fuck the fucking Diaz brothers. I buried these cockroaches.
It's not-
Ah,
and
yeah,
and
there's no copyright problem here.
yeah, no copyright problem here. Yeah. And we have this one as well. I tell you this only one time, Tony. Don't you fuck me, Tony. Don't you ever try to fuck me. I tell you this only one time. Yeah, these are my impressions.
Well, that's funny because I've heard people make an argument that the F bomb is a sexual reference every time it's used. And if anybody says that, I say just watch Scarface because it has it's close to the world's record of the number of F bombs in it, and almost zero of them have anything to do with sex, including that one that you just said.
Yeah, yeah. And does the scene where he tells you, "You fucked me, you little monkey. You fucked me." I love that scene. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I know monkey is what Tony called Omar Suarez, little monkey. But I think you're talking about Sosa, maybe.
Yeah, after he kills Alberto and comes back
yeah.
to Miami, and he figures out that he was. That's a good scene, you know.
It's the phone call and then he sends the hit squad, right?
When you guy Alberto, he's a piece of shit. I told him to do something, he didn't listen to me, so I had to cancel his fucking contract. My partners and I are pissed off. That's okay, no big deal. This is all Alberto's, We're doing next month. No, you can't do that. They found what was under the car, Tony. Now our friend has got security up the ass. And the heat is going to come down hard on my partners and me. There's not going to be a next time, you fucking dumb. Wait. Take it easy when you talk to me, okay? I told you a long time ago, you fucking little monkey, not to fuck me. Hey, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, huh?
You want to go to war? You want to go to war? Okay. So before the copyright, we probably got
really,
copyright. I'm walking on the edge, but you can't talk about movies without showing some,
So that's funny. He calls Tony a monkey, and earlier in the movie, when Tony meets Omar Suarez, he called him a little monkey.
Yeah, wow, that's a good observation.
In fact, in the script, sometimes I read some movie scripts. He's known as, I think it's El Mono, the monkey. That's Omar Suarez's character's name in the script.
Yeah. Chichi, get the yayo.
Someone
Yeah.
also told me, I don't know if this is true, but that when Omar gets thrown out of the helicopter, supposedly there's a famous movie by Fellini where Jesus Christ gets similarly thrown out of a helicopter with a rope around his neck. I don't know. I don't recall that, but it's possible that's where they got that from. It's a pretty heavy scene.
Jesus Christ gets thrown from a
Yeah,
helicopter.
in a Fellini movie. I don't know which movie. Maybe
Wow,
someone knows.
that's fucked up, man. That's so fucked up. That's fucked. Hey, man, do you have you watched the Cannibal Holocaust?
Cannibal Holocaust? No, I don't. I don't
Yeah,
know that one. What is that? Like a horror comedy kind of thing?
it's like a found footage film from 1980, Italian, about a group of filmmakers who go to some village somewhere in South America, and the people are cannibals there, and you know what happens is bad to them. You know.
It sounds like they're going for some comedy there.
Yeah, that's a good observation. There is no comedy there. It's a little bit. It's a little. I'll play you the some of the soundtrack, which was made by Rizo Tolani. If you are aware of Rizo Tolani, is an Italian prolific composer,
Oh.
and the movie is very violent, but the soundtrack is like this is the soundtrack, you know.
Hmm.
I mean, it's really
Well, it sounds like the spaghetti western soundtracks a little bit.
yeah, it's the western yeah, it's a western thing. Anyway, what else did I want to ask you? What did you watch? Which movie did you watch? Cannibal Holocaust.
We watched a movie on TV last night. Pretty lightweight movie. It's called Uncharted with Marky Mark in it, Mark Wahlberg, and I think Tom Holland. And it's about treasure hunters. So it's a little bit of a copy of like National Treasure meets Indiana Jones kind of thing. It was okay, but a bit lightweight, light comedy action.
Mm. Doesn't sound like something I'd watch, to be honest.
No, probably not. You want a little more edgy, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Here, watch Cholo in the chat asks you this.
Yeah.
What movie did you first see at a movie theater? And theirs was Rocky IV.
Well, what show? I wish I could answer that, but I have no fucking idea. I don't remember. I mean,
is there one you remember, like from being a little?
I mean, I don't remember. I have no fucking. I can tell you the first country I traveled to was Switzerland. that's what I can give you. I remember when I was a little kid. I used to lay down on the floor in the living room, and this was playing. Do you know this? You know it?
Not yet. Name that too.
That's the LA Low theme. That's a low show from the 80s about lawyers and such.
All I remember is previously on LA Law.
Ah, okay. What else? I did
Uh,
watch. Yeah.
you and Archie have talked about a certain Coen Brothers movie, which is one of the few that I've never seen. It's something a man, something
A
something.
Serious Man.
Tell me about this because it's. He says it's one of his favorite movies. I think.
It's actually one of my favorite movies as well. It's I actually went to watch it on a date with a girl back in 2009, and all throughout the film, she was looking right at me and like doing faces like she wasn't liking the movie. But I mean, the movie was, it really smart movie. It's about Judaism. It's about all kinds of beliefs. It's an amazing movie. If you, I mean, go watch it tomorrow. Sunday
Oh,
tomorrow. You have time. You should go watch it.
okay, I'm putting
It's
that
really
one.
good.
And that's a good test for whether a girl is a keeper or not. Obviously, this one wasn't.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't a keeper. She was. I want to stay respectful, but I did go to see. I went to see. We had movie dates every week. We went to see Inglorious Bastards together and other movies, and yeah, it was good times. All in all. Uh, Blood Simple. Floodland is mentioning Blood Simple. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first Coen Brothers film from 1984.
I think
Fantastic movie.
that's right.
Yeah,
A lot of people sort of cult favorite, one of their cult favorites.
yeah, it's great. Midnight Express, 1978, great soundtrack too. Walter Mitty, you're on point, my friend. Um, Let me
If
geek out musically. This is a movie which the soundtrack was composed by Giorgio Moroder. Have you heard of it?
Giorgio Moroder, I believe, is the guy from Scarface and does the Tony's theme and all that.
Yes.
Also, one of my favorite disco songs of all time, "I Feel Love" by Donna Summer. I think is Giorgio
Yeah.
Moroder. So yes,
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. So Giorgio Moroder is he made that iconic part piece named "The Chase" in Midnight Express. I play a snippet of it. Yeah, so this is it plays during a chase in the movie. Also about the movie, uh, I actually had a neighbor who played in that movie.
Really?
Yeah, he was a Jew who made Aliyah, who moved to Israel sometime. I don't know when. He was called Paul Smith. He was he also played in Dune, the movie Dune.
The first
Uh,
one, I guess.
yeah,
Okay.
just putting
He's
his
older
photo from
than
the
you.
movie.
Uh-huh.
What?
He must be older than you.
He's unfortunately he's not alive anymore. But this is his picture. Maybe if you watch the movie, then you will remember him. He was like a bad, sadistic guard in the movie. Rings any bell?
Well, I remember there was the main guy, that kind of big heavy guy, bad sadistic guard, but I'm not sure that's who you mean.
Okay. Yeah,
All I
so
know is
that's
that
it.
movie scared me. Yes, Of course. That's the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy.
Now, did you say that they shot this movie in Israel and it's supposed to be Turkey or what?
Oh, no, I don't know anything about that actually. Where did they shoot it? That's a good question. Uh, uh, Midnight Express. Midnight Express. When was it filmed? Where was it filmed? Uh, I don't know if anybody in the chat can help us and tell us where it was filmed. That would be great.
IMDb or otherwise. By the way, Watch Cholo in the chat asks, have any one of you guys experienced a drive-in theater? Well, not only did I experience them, I experienced them now. We live, thankfully, near one. And during the height of COVID, when we wouldn't go to a real movie theater, my girlfriend and I, we went to the drive-in theater and had a lot of fun. It was a really fun experience. And the funniest thing is if you tried to meet friends doing that, during COVID again, and you come in separate cars, it's like, yes, we're all going to the movie together, but you don't really see each other or talk to each other too much.
Yeah. I never experienced a drive-in show.
How about
Wait,
this drive-in movie theater shootout scene in Heat?
every show gets this low. Video received a copyright claim. A copyright owner claimed some content in the video. Friday night cheated with this. Please note this is not a copyright strike. Yeah, I played some Modern Talking in that show, if you know Modern Talking.
So you're relying on super chats then, right?
Archie is relying on super chats.
I thought you're his paid employee now.
I'm a paid employee in his main show, but I'm gonna negotiate a deal something here because I'm putting in the hours.
That's right, man. You don't work for free. And if you're not looking for a job right now in the SEO world, this might be the gig for you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I like it, but
I was going to ask you if you remember the drive-in movie theater scene shootout from Heat.
Of course. Yeah.
So when I moved to the Southern California area, one of the things I wanted to do was go check out a lot of movie locations where scenes like that were shot, and some of them are just not there anymore. That drive-in was built on, I think it became apartment buildings or something.
So tell me, what is your favorite scene ever in a movie?
I told you.
You did?
Just doing Scarface. I don't know. It just doesn't get any better than that.
You know what? The one I like the. Let me show you.
Uh-oh. Sure.
What?
You can just describe it. You don't have to show it.
But I have to show it. I'm a very. Super chat, $3, Floodland 99.99. Join the stream, this and your esteemed guest. Thank you very much. So I really like the scene in Jackie Brown.
Ooh.
where Pam Grier gets out of jail and she's picked up by Robert Forster. If you know that one.
Trying to remember the particular scene. Again, I'm not asking you to play it though.
And when he sees her, there's like this music playing in the background, like 70s love song, and he is you see in his eyes how he's falling in love with her as he sees her marching towards him. It's a very, very uh,
Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Actually, my
yeah.
favorite scenes are quite the opposite of that. The shootouts at the end of Once Upon a Time in the West, and if you haven't seen that, the one at the end of Good, Bad, and the Ugly, similarities.
Oh yeah, I have watched that. Of course, I have watched Good and Bad and the Ugly.
The editing and the super close-ups of the eyes and all that.
Yeah, it's
And music. Oh, there's something like that at the end of Once Upon a Time in the West, also.
mm-hmm.
Oh, with flashbacks too, I will say.
Yeah. Sobek the Croc says the opening scene of Inglorious Bastards. Uh, it's a very frightening scene. Acted greatly by Christopher Waltz.
Oh, the French farmhouse scene, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shoshana.
Oh man. And most of it, really, almost none of that is in English. I think almost none of the movie is in English, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure none of that scene is in English. It's all in French. And possibly, he talks. I guess he talks a little German to his soldiers.
Yeah, he does. This doing Scarface deserves Oscar. Thank you very much.
How about this? Can you say piece of shit?
Piece of shit.
Yeah, it's one of the lines that was, I think, used a lot in Scarface.
Maricon. Yeah. Chichi, get the yayo, get the yayo. Don't
Floodland. Sorry,
Yeah.
Floodland 999 says favorite scene features Gary Oldman, but which one? What about from Leon the Professional? Where he pops, I don't even know what it is, like amyl nitrate or something, and he's playing along with Beethoven. And
Yeah. I didn't watch that much Gary Oldman film, so I can't comment on that. Yeah. Starship Troopers when Giant Ant snaps a dude in half. Wow, Giant Troopers. I watched that movie in the theater, and I loved it. What a savage film.
yeah, that's a great satire, that movie. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, indeed. It's, hey, did I ask you about Commando? Did you watch Commando?
I don't remember it too well, but I think I want to see it again just to honor your Arnie and your dad's watch there.
Man, you must watch it.
I remember Predator a little better than Commando.
Man, I must play this just a sec.
Commando, he's got the big rocket launcher, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Look how many people this guy, he kills like 400 people in like 5 minutes. It's
rocking the watch, rocking the Seiko. Can I scroll up for a second because somebody had, let's see if I can find it now. Somebody had a very good little line in the chat. That's all right. I'll let you know when I find it.
okay.
It was Paul in the chat. I'm sorry. Yeah. is it Paul Kendrick? Yeah, Paul Kendrick. One thing I've noticed about the films I love, the soundtracks are always on point. Isn't that a good point to make?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah,
Very
that's
important part, right? I mean,
yeah.
almost everything we're talking about has that.
I love movie soundtracks. Yeah, if the soundtrack isn't good, that it's not the same, you know.
I should mention Guardians of the Galaxy. That's one of my favorites. I love the humor, I love the writing, and I love the soundtrack. You know, I forgot what it's called, awesome mixtape or whatever it was that his mom gave him. His
I have
cassette.
to confess, I didn't watch the movie, so should probably
A
watch
lot of
it.
good 70s music in there. And yeah, there's some David Bowie. There's all kinds of good stuff in there. Elvin Bishop.
Walter Mitty mentions Taxi Driver, which has an amazing soundtrack by Elmer Bernstein. You know that one? The soundtrack?
Yeah, a lot of saxophone, as I recall.
Oh,
Oh, right. Wow, that's good. Damn. You got it. See, you don't have to violate, right? Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
The scene that of all the scenes that creeped me out of that movie, the one where Marty himself is the passenger in the cab, and he pulls up to this apartment building, and he says that it's his wife or his girlfriend in there, and what he wants to do. That I found that really disturbing.
Yeah, that was really. You know that he has 2 cameos in this film.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was. Let me show you.
You can just tell me. Yeah.
Oh, I want to show you. Martin Scorsese. Let's see. There it is. Look, you wouldn't notice it. I mean, it's really like hidden there. It's
Oh, I see.
really.
I first saw her at Valentine Campaign Headquarters at 63rd and Broadway. She was wearing a white dress. She appeared like an angel.
There, you see?
Out of this filthy mess.
Nope, I missed it.
Look.
They
Didn't you see him?
cannot.
Yep, there it is. By the way, I saw that being filmed.
They
I was little.
Oh, really?
My age. Yeah, my parents took us out. That looked like Howard Stern almost. Look at that guy. That looks a lot like Howard Stern. Anyway, my parents took us out to dinner in New York City, and it was right around the corner, and they were filming that. So what year are we talking? 1976? I'll say I was really little. In the crib, hopefully.
Listen, I gotta take a leak. Can you cover for me?
Yeah, I wanted a couple of things that are good in the chat that I'll read out.
Yeah, okay. You can't highlight anything, but just
okay.
Yeah.
Take your Archie break. Okay, I have a question for everybody here. Since Scorsese does a cameo in every movie, what is his cameo in Goodfellas? I think I can guess, but I'm not sure. I've never seen or read it. So anybody have a guess on that? Because what I think it is when they go to the mom's house. So this would be Joe Pesci's mom. And she shows the painting. It's actually Marty Scorsese's mom, but she shows the painting that she painted. And there's a guy with gray hair and a beard on a boat. And I think that is actually the cameo of Marty Scorsese. Anybody think so? they joke about it, and they say that it's really the guy Billy Batts who's in the trunk of the car, right? Because he had this gray hair. Floodland says, I guess he's in the opening dolly shot. Not sure what you mean, right? The opening shot, the opening scene of Goodfellas, I think, was the car ride with Billy Batts in the trunk.
Yeah, that was the first shot. Yeah.
But Dis, I'll ask you the same question. Do you know when is the cameo of Marty Scorsese in Goodfellas?
His mother is in it.
Okay, yeah, you said that, and Head Groundsman said that in the chat. So maybe that counts as his cameo. So I thought maybe it's the man with the gray hair in the painting that she brings out.
I don't know.
That looks a lot like him. If you see the scene again.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, to scroll back up, Dodger made a funny comment, and I'm sure it had to do with Commando. It says barrel melted 1,000 rounds ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
Those 80s movies were not always the most realistic, right?
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about some classics. What do you think about Jaws?
Jaws, I saw in a theater when I was a kid, and a certain scene, which probably everybody knows, it was so scary that there was popcorn literally flying across the room. It was crazy. Well done. That's when I think it was when the head showed up. I don't think I'm giving away a spoiler at this point, but when the head showed up in the hole in the boat.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you like that one?
Yeah. Well, Jaws, it's a masterpiece. Everything John Williams, but it made me not ever go to swim beyond the how it's called, the wave breaker.
Oh, right. You don't go past the breakwater or whatever.
Yeah. Guys, I'm looking Team Wright is starting a stream in 3 minutes.
Okay.
And as much as I'm enjoying this, I don't want to rebel stream against him.
Good
so
plan. Good plan.
Maybe we can make a part 2 of this. I enjoyed it myself.
Oh, a sequel.
Yeah. A good sequel.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry about my audio problems. I use a nice mic, and I use it on Skype all the time, and I have no idea why it didn't want to work here.
Yeah, no problem. Your audio was fine when you did whatever voodoo magic you did.
Okay. All right, good.
But again, anyway, Matt, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks. Good discussion, and I'll see you and everybody else in the chat soon too.
Yeah, and it was fun talking. We didn't have much of a plan, but it's just fun, just shooting shit and talking.
Nick C in the chat. I stopped having baths after watching Jaws. He says Jews. I'm pretty sure that was a typo, but that's a very effective movie.
Yeah, it's that part, just the Clint's tale when he tells them the tale in the boat.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking?
Yes. The guy floating in the water,
eyes, like a doll's eyes. Jesus Christ! I mean, that's amazing actor.
Thank you, Robert Shaw.
Thank
also
you.
from Russia with Love.
Yeah, so again, everybody, thank you for watching. really happy to have you all here. Matt, thank you so much for contributing, and you've made a lot of good points and helped me with the show.
Thank you. I look forward to a sequel.
Yeah, man. And also, it's great talking to you. We always chat, and chatting with you was nice, like with voice.
Yes,
So,
good meeting you finally.
Yeah, so you're always welcome, and tell your friends, tell your shares, like, subscribe, and I'm gonna put an outro now, and then I'm gonna watch some team, and that's pretty much it. So, guys, have a great rest of the day wherever you are, and laters.
Take care.